Hey, Pierre, how are you?
I'm doing well. How you doing?
Man, it's good to have you on the show. It had to feel good because, man, right out of the gate in free agency, they prioritized you to bring you back. How'd that make you feel?
It made me feel great, man. It made me feel I was just very appreciative, for the opportunity for one, but just to have them show that kind of love for me is something that I'm blessed and thankful for.
Were you aware that they were going to come at you like that?
You never know with free agency. My mindset was to let my agent handle everything and for me to just continue working out and just being ready for whatever outcome.
Pierre Desir is on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline, and furthermore, it has to make you feel good because this team is evolving into something that a lot of people really like right now, and to be a part of this in a locker room that was so fun to be a part of a year ago and growing together has to make it even more special for you.
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of the guys, are my brothers. We work so hard together, and just to see all that hard work, paying off. I know we have a lot of work to do, but we're moving in the right direction.
All right, Pierre. Anthony Walker's let me in on all this stuff, okay? I know absolutely everything. I know what Eberfleus does. I know you guys are getting loafs. Have you received a loaf today?
Today, well, since now we're just doing drills, we haven't gotten to official team activities, but I have got a loaf during the season before, yes.
When's the, I want to say awkward, maybe odd, an odd moment where you received a loaf where you thought, why am I getting a loaf right now?
Maybe, a couple times they grade us very hard. And, we look at that as a defensive unit. And so we kind of be like, coach, it's not loaf, but, if it's something that they hold us to a high standard, and that's just something that we got to continue to work towards.
For those that don't know, Anthony Walker's been on here before and explained the loaf. And to categorize the loaf, it's something that Eberfleus and the defensive staff see that sometimes you guys don't see, I guess, as far as loafing, right? Loafing, I guess, that's how you put it. Do you get the opportunity to defend a loaf when it's given to you, or do you just got to kind of sit back and take it?
You just got to take it because it's all on the tape. There's categories that, you can categorize a loaf, but, it's all on the tape. And if they see that it's a loaf, you just got to go out there and do better.
Had you ever been graded that hard until you got into this locker room?
No, I haven't. And like I said, again, we just hold ourselves to a very high standard, and we know how hard we have to play for us to be successful. And everyone's bought into it, and we just take the criticism and move on and get better.
He is cornerback Pierre Desir. He's back with the Colts. He's on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. You talk about the standard. You guys made so many terrific strides in 2018. What do you believe the standard is? And we'll start with that side of the football that you're accustomed to playing, and obviously defensively. Where's the standard going into 2019 season?
The standard is to be the number one team in the NFL in hustle. I think that's our goal. That's why we do criticize those loafs and we look at those. We want to be the number one hustling team. We want to attack the ball. We want to showcase, our speed and our tackling ability. And that's what, we got a little bit taste of it last year, and we got a lot of guys back. And that's what we're working on improving.
Pierre, too, you look at your game, and obviously you're prioritized at the beginning of free agency. That makes you feel good. But then, you get to think about that and maybe go, hey, great, congratulations to me for a minute. And then it's like even more pressure and weight on your shoulders because you got to go out there because you've been prioritized and you're brought back to play at an even higher level. Is that how you view it going into this year?
Yeah, absolutely. For me, how my mindset is, what you did in the past doesn't matter. You still have to continue to showcase your abilities. And, for me, it's always about just doing whatever I can for my team and continue improving as a player as well.
When people talk about your locker room being great and you guys getting along, this is tossed around all the time in various professional sports, collegiate sports. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. But what makes your locker room, in your opinion, Pierre, different from all the others?
I would say what makes us different is we fought together and we never faltered. We have a great group of guys, and we all stuck through. We put so much time in the off season and training camp, and those experiences has helped us come together when the times were tough. And I think that's what makes us a little bit different, that we can all pull from those same experiences, because camp was tough and practice is tough, but we knew what we could do, and we just all came together.
Pierre Desir, he joins us on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. I mean, really all but one team is going to have their season kind of wrecked at the very end, and you're going to live with that for a little bit. How long did you live with that loss at Arrowhead back in January? Did you shake that off quickly, or is that something that you kind of wanted to soak in to make sure that that doesn't happen again, or try as you might not to have that happen again?
It's all about those experiences. Sometimes you need certain experiences in your life to be able to move forward and become a better person. And I think we battled early in the season to get to that point, but we left a lot of games out there, and we're coming in hungry. Everyone's hungry. Everyone on the offense side, defense, and special teams. We know how good we can be, and that's what we're striving for.
Did you get hit by an ice ball in that game at all? Anything come close to you?
Close. I think the ref blocked it for me.
Dude, I got hit by, I'm telling you what, I got hit by like 3. Every time you guys did something good, I turned around because I knew they were going to start being thrown at me, like in the lower deck there. I caught 2. It was a miserable day for one, but I'm sure for you more miserable than it was for me. Pierre Desir joins us on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. I'm thinking about this just a little bit. Last year, I mean, everybody was saying, you know what, if they go 500, boy, that'd be great. That was kind of the thought. And you guys, I thought, built off of what you guys may perceive as negativity. This year, it's like a 180. Everybody's saying, hey, the Colts are going to be great. This is going to be a team to watch, Super Bowl bound. Mm-hmm. How do you balance both? I mean, if you hear it, if you read it, if you see it, where's the collective balance in mind last year compared to this year?
I think it's relatively the same. We don't let any outside noise come in. We work on getting 1% better every day. We work on just maximizing that day, and that's how we take it. We don't try to let any outside noise or any outside media or anything try to affect how we play. We know we have a job to do, and we have to continue to get better each day.
How do you shut that down? Because, I mean, social media slaps you in the face even when you're not trying to notice it. How do you shut that down completely?
I think you have to surround yourself with the right people, because if you're all striving for the same goal and you all have the same mindset, it shouldn't matter, what the media says. We're always together. We study together. We watch film together. So we're always together, and just having that same mindset and that same goal. The outside activities is not going to affect you.
I think I got it now. So if you're not studying, you're not in the playbook. If you're not practicing, you guys are playing Fortnite against one another. That's what you guys are doing, right?
Right, the team bonding.
Are you a Fortnite guy?
I'm not. I am not a Fortnite guy, unfortunately.
I'm not either. And I didn't let my kids do it, honestly, until last year. You know who convinced me to let Naheem Hines convinced me?
Yes.
Yeah, you know what? And I'm kind of pissed at him for that, because it's kind of wrecked me a little bit. Because now I got it on my iPad. It sucks up all my memory and everything. So, yeah, I'm a little upset with him regarding that. Yeah, but you're good. Stay away from Fortnite. So what do you do? If not Fortnite, how do you and your teammates bond and keep away from all that outside noise when you're not actually practicing?
It'd be like bowling, or, probably going to the movies, paintballing, just different activities that we could do together. That doesn't always have to be football related. But just there's so many different activities that we do as a team and do as a collective unit.
Do you allow yourself to watch any of these NFL shows at all?
To be honest with you, with how much film and studying we do, I don't even really get that much opportunity to watch TV.
Yeah.
So all my shows are recorded whenever I do get an opportunity to watch TV.
Are you a Game of Thrones guy?
Absolutely.
All right. Here's another one. All right, here's another one. Somebody said, you got to watch this. And here's the reason why. They said, you got to watch this, John, because there's a lot of blood and gore, and there's a great deal of nudity. And I thought, okay, I'm all in here. And then I watch it, and all I get's like 35 minutes of stinking dialogue, man. I mean, I talk all day. I don't want to hear everybody talk, and then I can barely understand it. So let me in on your interest level, because it is huge, robust, if you will, on Game of Thrones that's coming to an end on Sunday.
Man, it's just, it is a lot of dialogue, but I think the stories is what draws myself and a lot of people to it, just to the different characters that people draw to, and just trying to get into the mindset of how it would be, in a, I guess, medieval type state mindset and how they lived back in the day. So I think the concept is just awesome, and just the characters what makes the show for me.
You having a watch party for the finale?
No, I'm not. I'm gonna be back at home with my kids, so I'm gonna have to catch it on a later date. So that's why I have to stay off of social media too.
Yeah,
no spoilers. No spoilers.
No, yeah, that's it too. I mean, I'm glad that everybody's. We have to have something that's interesting. You know what I mean? And I like because I got to watch what you guys do, and I got to watch what the Pacers do, and all that. And it's nice to be able to get away. I just haven't had time to jump into Game of Thrones. Hey, tell me a little bit about your college experience. By the way, Pierre Desir joins us. Before I let you go, because it's not like you came from a football factory or anything. When did you see the light and you thought, you know what, I got a chance to hit the NFL level with my talents? When did that recognition come to you?
I think the recognition came after my my junior year. I had a very solid junior year, and some of the coaches were saying, "Hey, scouts are asking about you." And then going to my my senior year, like the senior camp, there's about 5 or 6 different scouts out there watching practice, and that's when it kind of hit me that this is actually real. Like, people are actually trying to gain interest in you, and that's kind of when I took it fully seriously. It was be a dream of mine to play in the NFL, but I didn't really think it was possible because I go to a Division II school. So just having that opportunity to see the scouts there just really pushed everything in motion.
Linwood, right?
Lindenwood.
Lindenwood. I'm sorry.
Yes.
God. And that's in Missouri.
Yes.
See, I'm telling you what, you're a great story, because if you have that level of talent, these guys are going to find you. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, it doesn't matter wherever you're playing. They're going to find you. And I guess in closing here, what I'm curious about, do you remember the first game when you were told that there was actually an NFL scout there to watch you? Do you remember?
The first game?
Yeah.
The first game was, I think it was when we played Lincoln University. And I think it was maybe the third or second game of the season.
Did it give you a little extra juice?
Absolutely.
Yeah. See, I mean, I can't equate it to that level, man, because athletically I suck. But I did, like, when the older cheerleaders rolled out there. I mean, I'm going to equate it to that. When we had older cheerleaders, and I'm out there running around, I got extra juice. So you got extra juice when the scouts showed up for the first time.
Absolutely.
Pierre Desir is on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. I'm really happy for you, man, because you're an excellent dude. I've heard great things about you, and I love the fact that they prioritized you and brought you back at the beginning of free agency. Didn't let you dangle out there, nothing like that. And we'll see what happens in 2019, playing off a year ago. Pierre Desir joins us. Nothing but the best, and I guess next time up we'll see you at camp coming up in July.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
You got you, Pierre. Thank you. Pierre Desir is on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. Seriously, I don't have stories about, hey, I got extra juice because the scouts are here. I got extra stories like, hey, I'm going to run out of here and play in front of some of these chicks from the class of 84 or class of 85, which at Eastern Green were absolutely smoke-tacular, and I'm going to do a little bit extra. Yeah, unfortunately for me, how much extra could I possibly do, right? That's a good guy right there. Pierre Desir on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. Stuff to give away. We'll explain. And a busy day at the track tomorrow. Back with you next.